Okay, one, to the conservatives that were saying how this is a based ad, right? Weren't y'all the ones saying white supremacy is not a threat to black people? So the Jerone Davis ad situation, okay, this one is just stupid. So I'm sure people have seen this going around the internet, especially if you're around right-wing Twitter, on what's been going on, because he puts this ad out about why you need guns and relays it back to the KKK. I'm going to show you the ad. I'm going to tell you what's wrong with it, all right? Now first, the right, everyone who's saying this is based, you're exposing your own hypocrisy, number one, and I'm going to get into that. And number two, this ad doesn't come across as something to encourage black people to vote for him. It more so comes off as exploitative, ignorant, and in horrible taste, because I don't know who, like I said, I don't know who's black this ad is supposed to target. This sounds like this is supposed to target white Republicans. Because the right's not this big, we're so pro-black gun ownership and all that other stuff, because y'all won't promote people who do that. Because I don't see anyone bringing up the actual black 2A activists and promoting them on the mainstream right, right? I don't see Maj showing up on Daily Wire anywhere, right? You'll see Candace and Tatum, but you won't see people like Maj, okay? So don't try to act like all of a sudden you are pro black 2A, because don't do that. Anyway, let me show you the ad and then show you how this is insanely disrespectful and exploitative.
Democrats like to say that no one needs an AR-15 for self-defense, that no one could possibly need all 30 rounds. But when this rifle is the only thing standing between your family and a dozen angry Democrats in Klan hoods, you just might need that semi-automatic and all 30 rounds.
Okay, one, to the conservatives that were saying how this is a based ad, right? Weren't y'all the ones saying white supremacy is not a threat to black people and there aren't white supremacists out there looking to kill you and all that other stuff? Didn't you send Candace Owens to Congress to argue that? Because how are you going to say this is what you need guns for, but you're saying this is why you need guns, but then you're also going to say this doesn't happen? Two, in this context, this doesn't happen anymore. In this context, there are not Democrats going around in Klan's robes killing black people. That's not how that works anymore, right? I don't know also why you want to keep going. You know, Democrats were the party of KKK and slavery and all that. I don't know why y'all bring up their past when y'all won't live up to your past and be the party of Lincoln and reparations and all that other stuff, because you're the only one who argues against it, right? I know Democrats aren't sincere with it, but y'all are the ones who always argue against it. So I don't know why you're going to bring up their past if you won't live up to your past. Because basically, it just makes both of you look bad. Because as far as you want to bring up, they're the party of the Klan. Last time I checked, Democrats don't fly the flag of treasonous Democrats. I don't see Confederate flags at Democrat events. Right? So I don't know what point you're trying to make there. 3. The last white supremacist attack on black people with firearms was done by someone who was fueled by right-wing talking points. And I already know you're gonna have your ignorant-ass people who are like, didn't you see people like fucking Tim Pool all say like, he was a lefty, it said in his manifesto, lefty. He said he was a communist. 2, he said his political, like in terms of how government should operate, was left-leaning. His social views were very right-leaning, and his trigger, if you look at what he wrote on his gun, were fueled by narratives that came from the right. Right? Remember what it said on there? Here's your reparations. Who's the one who's arguing against it? Who's the one who argues against it all the time? What was the other one? A name of one of the victims of Waukesha. Who pushed the narrative that Waukesha was a black supremacist attack with no evidence? I believe that was the right. The left didn't want to talk about Waukesha. They were trying to push it to the side. The right found some posts on the guy's Facebook that said, hey, he didn't like white people. Heretofore, he did this because he hates white people. Yeah, they had no evidence of that connection. The police have no evidence of that connection. They literally just made that up. So like I said, the last racially motivated attack on black people was fueled by narratives from the right. Because this ad is mainly supposed to point out, hey look, here's something that happened to black people for white Republicans. This is using that. This is using a piece of history, of black history, to appeal to white Republicans. Because as far as black conservatives go, I don't know any black conservative that not just completely look at this sideways and think this was utterly disrespectful and condescending.